Hello, dear friends. A warm welcome once again to the International Fab Talk Show. We are very happy and pleased to have your presence with us today. And each day, with your support, we become stronger. And we really value your time, which you shared with us on our YouTube channel. Dear friends, if you really like what we do subscribe, like, and share. And of course, you are also welcome to the International Fab Talk family at any given time. Dear friends, today we have a beautiful guest with us, a young guest, a celebrity, in fact, who has such a lot of knowledge to share with you, who has a lot of experience and wisdom. Dear friends, let me invite on stage our special guest, Miss Darshini Shivakumar. And she is all the way connecting from Cochin. Am I right, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for accepting our invite. We are very grateful and very thankful that you accepted our invitation and you're here and sharing quality time.
Thank you.
Dear ma'am, may I now introduce you officially to our guests and to our virtual participants and as well as to the guests who are now on our platform. Dear ma'am, I'm just taking the permission from you. And friends, let me just introduce our celebrity. She is Miss Darshini Shivakumar, just 26 years old, and lots of passion, lots of courage, which we have to learn from her. You know, she has that type of a feeling that wanting to do more, wanting to contribute more to the world and the universe. And of course, not to forget her own state, Kerala, and India, and the world at large. Dear friends, she's completed her bachelor's in communicative English. And she's done her soft skill training as well as image consulting training program from the institute. I'll just get that right. Image Consulting Business Institute in India. And friends, apart from that, she specializes in baking. She's a great baker. Ma'am, you have to teach me that. I don't know baking. You have to help me.
Sure. I'll teach you that.
Yes, dear. Thank you. She's a great baker. And apart from that, she's an artist and as well as a soft skill trainer, an image consultant, and an NLP Master practitioner. My dear friends, she also focuses on emotional intelligence to develop the emotional intelligence of the people around. And hence she is called as an emotional intelligence practitioner, where you could go up to her and you could, solve all your emotions when you find yourself knotted in, deep emotions. And friends, she is a life coach, ready to mentor you and guide you on the right path. And apart from that, she's a wonderful motivational speaker. I have heard her speaking on many occasions, and that has inspired me. And of course, we are going to be inspired today with all the courage and love that she has to share with us. Welcome, ma'am. We are very happy to have you on the International Fab Talk Show.
Thank you so much. Thanks for that wonderful introduction.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. You're very humble and kind. Thank you very much, dear.
Thank you.
Dear ma'am, we start up with our first round of the interview. The first question coming up for you is, how would you define yourself? Who is the real Miss Darshini Shivakumar? Who is that powerful young woman?
Okay. Actually, it started from my childhood, where there's one statement that inspired me a lot is, if I'm starting something, it should not only to make money, but also to impact the world, to make a difference. That's where all this journey started from. And that's how I define myself. If I have to define myself, I should be the change or be the voice for someone else who doesn't have that voice. So I want to impact the world through my voice, through my name. That's how I define myself.
Brilliant, brilliant. I really like the way you put it. It's not only make money, it's like get connected with the world as well. Don't be selfish. Like, oh, it's all me. It's not all me. There's a larger group of people around me, so I concentrate on them. Very nice.
Yes.
And at such a young age, you have such great thoughts, and that's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Dear ma'am, on your professional journey which you have started, you might have been facing a lot of stress, ups and downs. What is your way of dealing with stress, or how do you de-stress? Could you share with our guests and of course our virtual audience?
Okay. I deal it in multiple ways. One way is basically stress comes from the inability of handling situations. That's where I believe the stress comes from. And I don't take it up as a stress because I do all of my things with passion, and that passion is what drives me. And in every downs, we either learn or we experience something. That is where I take things in that perspective rather than feeling stressed. It's okay to take rest, but it's not okay to quit when you are stressed. That's how I take it forward. And to de-stress it yourself is one way is to indulge yourself in hobbies or things which you like to do without feeling guilty of taking that break out. So that's important. It's more important that you indulge yourself in such activities, and you'll have to make time for it. That's where all it starts from. Yes, that's how it goes.
Very nice, very nice. No, I'm still mesmerized with you, like, your thoughts and the way you're presenting things, like this little young girl, and she has that much of wisdom, that's really nice. And
thank you.
Yes, we've hardly seen young people like you who are, so deep in their thoughts and they know what they are doing. There are many people who are off the track, but you know where you are and what you want to contribute. That's really beautiful, ma'am.
Thank you.
Nice. Dear ma'am, thank you so much. How were you as a little kid? Were you naughty, obedient, or shy?
I was an extreme introverted, shy. Yes, I was that quiet kid, turned like this.
Beautiful transformation. Very nice. Yes, dear.
That's where my transformation started.
Yes, dear. Very nice. Great. And this should inspire the world. You can transform yourself at any given time. It's your mindset.
Yes, beautiful. Definitely.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, who is your inspiration or your role model? How would you explain that?
Okay. Actually, my own story, my own transformation was my inspiration. And if I have to say who's my role model, there are two wonderful coaches who helped me with this transformational journey. They are my role models. Because I somehow, I still have not come to that fact that, somebody asked me some question like this, who's my role model? I say, it's my own story which I tell for myself to others also. That is my, narrative which I carry with myself. Because role models, there are a lot of people or there are a lot of personalities around you, but you should talk in the way a role model can come and talk with you. Why don't it start with me, myself? That's where it all began. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect. Very nice. I really like the way you put that. So I see your role model in my own self. I am my own inspiration. I would like to share my story such that I inspire others. That's very nice. I look at myself, as a great role model and an inspiration. Wonderful, ma'am. Bravo. Brilliant.
Thank you so much.
Brilliant. Dear ma'am, do you love reading books?
I love. That is one of my hobbies, which I still continue to do.
Any favorite book you'd like to share with us such that we could read, our virtual audience could get their hands on them?
Okay. One book which I liked is, Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty, which inspired me to that extent. I even follow the smallest of the activities which is given in the book. If you ask me, on the other flip side, I like the Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. Love it. Yes.
Great. Even detective novels, right?
Yes, I love it.
Cool, cool. Very nice.
And my reading journey initially started with Sudha Murthy, then shifted to Robin Sharma. Then I started exploring all of these books like these.
Great. Very nice, ma'am. Very nice.
Yes.
Dear ma'am, any recent incident that you remember which was very positive and fresh in your mind? Would you want to share that with us? Maybe you
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I always wanted to go on a solo adventure or a solo traveling per se. And I was very specific that I wanted to go for an international travel. And I went for a 2 days conference in Singapore. it was just 2 days conference, but I went for 1 week. And the way I carried myself being on that first time journey to a conference, especially to a abroad country, and handling myself, that was a wonderful experience.
Really?
Because the moment we start, putting ourselves into situations, or facing those situations, taking it up as a challenge, it teaches you a lot of things, from independency, resilience, all of it. That's something which I learned on the process.
Great, great, very
Yes.
nice. I love solo traveling too, and I am happy that somebody's there with me who has the same liking and passion. Beautiful.
Yes.
In fact, you learn a lot and you become very strong, right?
Yes, I did. On the process, yes, I did.
Yes, dear. I guess you might have clicked a lot of photos and pictures and memories you might have collected.
Definitely. I still, this is one situation where I always like to go back and feel that feeling. Yes.
Great, great. How would you want to be remembered in this world, ma'am?
Remembered in this world. One speaker or one motivational speaker who can just impact the world with the words, nothing else. Yes, action inspires more, but more than action, the way you communicate, the way you make the other person feel, that's where the impact starts. And I will, at one given point of time, I will start my own organization where all this trainings, transformational journey begins with an affordable cost. That's where I look at myself with. Yes.
Great, very nice, very beautiful. I like the way you shared that. Very nice. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, are you interested in movies? Do you watch movies?
Yes, I do, but I do watch a lot of series and documentaries, not movies, like say, but I do watch.
Your favorite movie? Any of them? Or your favorite documentary, you could say? Any of
The
them?
documentary which I liked is The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind in Netflix. It was a documentary based out of a story of a boy who wants to develop or invent a water pump in a deserted place, and he invents it in spite of their parents not believing in him. That story inspired me a lot. Movies, yes, I'm a big lover of all the Marvel superheroes as usual. Yes, that's where I come from.
Yes, dear. Your favorite hero? Could I know that? Would you mind sharing it?
Favorite hero, Tom Cruise.
Great, that's nice. Beautiful. Very nice. Dear ma'am, if you get a lot of holidays or you're lucky enough to have, maybe like 1 week or 2 weeks of holidays, where would you like to go? Maybe it could be 1 day also, 1 month, 15 days, 1 week. Where would you want to go? Your favorite holiday destination?
Okay. I'm more of mountain person. So wherever mountains are, wherever I can go on hiking, that's where I would love to go. If you ask me what are the two countries which is on my bucket list, one is I want to go visit the Northern Lights in Iceland and visit Amsterdam.
Great, great, beautiful. So here, all to you. Yeah, it's nice. Wishing you all success in all your endeavors, and of course,
Thank you so much.
all your dreams. Yes, dear.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sending all the positive energy to you. Yes, dear ma'am. Beautiful. What is that one thing you like about your own self? I mean, can you talk in Hindi? Could you talk in Hindi like? Okay.
No.
In Malayalam, if you could just say that one line. What you like in your own self? You tell it in Malayalam and as well as in English. Both.
That one thing what I like myself is എൻ്റെ കഷ്ടങ്ങൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എൻ്റെ കഷ്ടങ്ങൾ ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഒരു ശക്തിയാക്കി മാറ്റി. Basically it means I turned my one of my biggest weakness into one of my strength. I was that shy girl who hardly talks because I started talking very late, not in 2 or 3 years. I think I started talking, I was in 6 or 7 years old when I was that age. So today I talk. And yeah, that's why one of my biggest strengths, which I see in myself. And more on that, I'm able to impact or create that change through my voice. Yes, that's where I see my strength as.
Perfect, perfect. Very nice. And thanks for obliging to share it in Malayalam and as well as English. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Beautiful journey, ma'am. Beautiful. Dear ma'am, as a student, or maybe even now, are you interested in sports and games, or were you interested in sports and games?
I was not so interested, but every vacations I used to go for tennis, badminton, table tennis. I used to go put my hands into everything, and somehow I am that kind of person. It's like jack of all trades and master of none. So I am that. I go put my hands in everything. And every vacation, either I go for cooking or baking classes or sports. This is how I I keep myself so busy that I don't give myself that free time to sit simply.
Great, great. To keep yourself busy. Yes, that's very nice, dear. Very nice.
Yes.
Dear ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, dear ma'am. Dear ma'am, do you ever think of retiring in the future? Yeah, I just need to retire and relax now. Do you have a thought like that?
No, not really. No. Even whatever age I am in, wherever I am, I will make that impact. Because I personally feel age is just a number. At any age, you can do anything. As far as you have your heart and mind, you can put into. If that is the case, you can very well go ahead and do what you want.
Very nice. Age is just a number. It's only your heart and soul you have to put in, and
Yes.
you will really shine. Dear ma'am, the next question coming up is, could you differentiate for us smart work and hard work according to you?
Okay, here I would like to add a new perspective to things. Basically, I don't know how many of you have heard of this 80-20 principle. To do the smart work and also the hard work, first initially take up that 20% of things which will give you 80% results. I think that itself will put you into smart work and hard work. And we should know when we should delegate a task or when we ourselves should take up and do it. So that's the difference between the two. If you're delegating, does that person have the skill or competency to work? If not, you should know to do the job. That's how I'll put it in.
Perfect, perfect. Very nice. Thank you, ma'am. It's a takeaway for me and our virtual audience and all our guests. Thank you so much. Dear ma'am, the next question coming up is, do you have any dream projects?
Dream projects? To start my own NGO organization where this trainings or whatever I am into, that has to, continuously happen. That is my dream project.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you, dear. Dear ma'am, do you think savings is very important for our retirement? Like before we retire, should we start saving up for our retirement life? How would you, enlighten the younger generation? Should they save something or be dependent on their children, or maybe on somebody?
Thank you for this question first. Not only in the age of retirement, I would say, but generally, I'm saying that there's a difference between need and want. When you go buy something or when you're going for shopping, is it really a need or is it a want? Just because you want, you're going purchasing something, or is it actually a basic need for you to go and purchase? If you are aware about that, you will not spend unnecessarily on going on shopping or spending money on various things. Yes, saving is important, but you should know where to invest your money and where not to invest your money. Yeah.
Great, great, beautiful. Smart, huh? Very smart young girl. And it's
Thank
full
you
of
so
wisdom.
much. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing. Dear ma'am, what brings a smile to your face often?
Seeing the other person's life change with my words or with my knowledge which I share, every time that brings a smile. Not only smile, no transformations or seeing a transformation is more than getting a paycheck. Or seeing a person's life transform in multitude of ways through a session of me or whoever that person is undergoing a transformation process, seeing that itself is the biggest thing which you can get in your life. You're on mute, ma'am.
Because I'm giving you the chance to, so I shouldn't disturb you, or any of the sounds over here shouldn't disturb you. So I just muted myself. Thank you. No, that's really brilliant. And that's just a wow answer. Even one person is, transforming, and it's not the paycheck, it's the transformation that, gives us pleasure and joy. And that brings a smile to my face, not getting that big paycheck or in my hand. That's brilliant. Very nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Dear ma'am, any weakness for chocolate, sweets, salty food, spicy food?
If there's no option, I would eat. Otherwise, I'm not so choosy with food because somehow I come from that kind of a mindset where I eat or I eat or feed myself with something only when I'm hungry. Otherwise, food is it takes a back step. Because in the kind of profession where I am in, where it requires a lot of mind work and where my attention needs to be there. So I can't stuff my stomach with food to that full level and make me work. It doesn't happen. So for me, food is very minimal kind of a thing.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, what are your strengths? I mean, like, what are your strengths? I could put it in this way. What are your strengths? So from where do you derive your strength? You could answer it either ways.
Okay. I am a person who figure out strengths through putting myself into situations, experience it, and then pick it up from there. Because I was a kind of a individual where I go for all the competitions. I used to go for all the competitive exams. I put myself in various activities, games, or whatever it is. From there, I pick it up. Win or lose, it's a secondary thing. But I pick it up from there. That's how I discovered my strength. That's how I discover my strength. It's not that, see, none of us come with an inborn, yes, inborn talent is there. But you discover all of these things through activities or when you put yourself into situations. The more you avoid that kind of situations, the more it haunts you of you being there. I'm saying just face it. Worst case, what will happen? Either you learn something or you get an experience. That's how I take it up.
Perfect, perfect. Very, very nice. I'm just in awe. Little girl, how much of knowledge, how much you're impacting me, in fact, transforming me, I could say, and as well as virtual audience. So I'm just thinking, what lot of, you have so much of insight, so much of wisdom, so much of courage to, use every opportunity as a learning situation, or to learn something from everywhere, not to give up, put yourself forward, don't hesitate. Very nice. Beautiful, ma'am. Dear ma'am, is there anything that scares you? They say bayam.
I would say do that scariest thing first. Whatever scares you. See, I always say that life happens twice. Once in your mind and once in reality. If you can think of something, you can definitely go ahead and do it. Yes, it might take time. It might take its own pace, but it's okay. Just go and do it. Because we never know, that opportunity can lead to something else. So that's why the minute you send me this invite, to come in as a guest. That's why I said immediately I gave you a yes. Because usually we hear that great personalities are trained. I am saying great personalities are coached. That's a difference between training and coaching. So that's where I come from. Yes.
Great, dear. Very nice. Thank you so much, ma'am. Dear ma'am, do you ever get angry?
Not really. If I'm angry, I go completely quiet. I don't open my words or I don't open my mouth. To handle that, what I do is I take a gulp of water in my mouth and, swallow it in small chunks. By then your anger will come down. I don't show my anger or I don't show my emotions out. Yeah. Because we never know the other person what he or she is going through. Why to show all this? So that's how I take it out.
Great, great, dear. Dear ma'am, any advice for, not advice, we shouldn't use the word advice, any suggestion for the youngsters or the senior citizens, the housewives, middle-aged, for every one of us? Any beautiful suggestion you have from your side, ma'am?
I would not say suggestion or advice or anything for that matter, but one thing, whoever is hearing this, or let it be virtual audience, or if you're going and listening to this interview later, if your heart says or if your feeling says, just go do it. If you know what needs to be done or the steps which needs to be followed, just go do it. If you don't know whom to go approach and ask for help, there are a lot of trainers, coaches, or you can approach me myself and see how can we get things done rather than keeping it aside, thinking as to what can go wrong. I'm encouraging all of you to do is think what can go right and what wonders can happen in that process. That's what I would say from my end to the world out here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Brilliant, ma'am. Very nice. Very nice. Dear ma'am, your favorite color and why?
If you ask me, the favorite color right now is green. Before it used to be pink. And why? It has a soothing effect, because every color has an effect which it gives on us. So that's why I like all the colors which suits you. Just staring at it like a blank canvas. Yeah.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Brilliant. Dear ma'am, as a student, you would like to share something else?
No, go ahead. I'm good.
Okay, dear. As a student, your favorite subject?
English.
Oh, great. Favorite teacher's name? Favorite sir's name?
Actually, here I would like to thank my coaches where I did my NLP as training as from. I would like to thank Gauri ma'am and Karthik sir for transforming me into this extent today. Because, one of my friends suggested me as a trainer, you should know NLP. I thought, what difference does it gonna make? But eventually, when I started doing the program, when I started discovering myself, I saw a different version of me, which I've never seen in these many years. And right now, I'm that so enthusiastic individual who wants to do each and everything comes in a way. So yeah, these are the two coaches whom I would thank in this platform. Yes.
Beautiful, ma'am. Thank you for sharing, ma'am. Thank you very much. And we are glad that they have, transformed your life, and they have created something new in you, and you're spreading their light. You receive the light from someone and you're sharing it across the globe today. Thank you very much. And in fact, you're adding more to that. Yes, dear. You make us glow with all your answers. Yes, ma'am. The next question for you, any favorite proverb or a quote or a quotation you could say? It could be in Malayalam or any language of your choice.
Favorite quote? Not from anyone, but which I created for myself is, life is like a canvas. You can choose the colors you want to put. You can choose whatever you want to add into that canvas. But at the end of the day, every day you paint a picture in that canvas. Maybe at the end of the day, that is your masterpiece. So it is just to admire it. Once Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future, or the beauty of the future belongs to who believes in it. I don't know exactly the proverb as such, but there's this one line which it states, at end of the day, it's all about what you believe in, rather than anything in your surrounding or in your environment as such. Whatever you give to others, I'm suggesting, or I'm inviting you, do that with yourself. Then only, you can expect it from others. Without you doing it with yourself, you cannot expect that from somebody else, from whoever maybe it is. That's one thing which I always say.
True, ma'am. Very, very true. Very nice. Life is a canvas, and you can, put all the different colors that you love. And at the end of the day, you are the master, who's going to look at that masterpiece which you've created and
Yes.
believe in yourself. Very nice. Dear ma'am, your proudest accomplishment till date?
I have trained more than 1,500 students.
Wow.
Till date. And there was a point where I thought I will never be able to study or learn something. But today I have taken up a course, or I'm in that kind of profession where there requires a lot of learning, a lot of studying, everything. And I changed that narrative. Even I'm also capable of doing things. When a client or someone comes to me, I always tell them, just believe in this one line, that I am healing. Just that one line. And when you say that, feel that and be that way. So that's something which I always tell my clients or whoever comes to me. Yeah.
Great, great. Very nice. I am healing.
Yes. Just that one statement.
Perfect, perfect. It's a takeaway for me personally. And all of us, the entire world requires this. I am healing. That's beautiful. And let's heal the world with our celebrity today, Miss. May I know the name from you? May I ask you to, share your name once again?
Darshini Shivakumar.
Yes, perfect. That is more beautiful when it comes out from your side, right? Yes. Miss Darshini Shivakumar. She's our celebrity, our guest today here, and she's spreading a lot of love, positive energy, and of course, healing across the world. Dear friends, we go on with the next question. Ma'am, do you love pets?
Not really. No. I can admire, but not really love to that extent that I own myself.
Yeah. Great, dear, great. Dear ma'am, if at all you're given an opportunity to visit a zoo park or a sanctuary, in either of these two, the zoo park is just 10 minutes from your house, whereas the sanctuary is like 2.5 hours, I guess. Which one would you choose?
Sanctuary.
Maybe know why?
Because one is definitely that route is going to be very scenic. And on the way, the beauties which you get to see, you'll not get to see it in a zoo. So there's a difference. So because when I go for traveling, if I see something nice, sometimes what I do is I take my sketchbook, sit there for 1 or 2 hours, sketch that whole place up.
You're
So
an
this
artist,
is something,
right?
huh?
You're an artist as well.
So I do that. I love that. I love doing that. So that's why I like going on a long drives. Yeah. The scenic beauties which you get to see, that you never get to see anywhere else.
Great. Beautiful, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a cup in my hand. Yes?
Yeah.
Now this question is for you. Is your cup half full, half empty, or filled to the brim?
I would say half full. Why? Because there's always you get to learn from each other and you get to spread your knowledge to the world. So I always keep my cup half full. Yeah.
Great. Very nice, dear.
But what you fill in that cup is in your hands or it's your choice. So, yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Very nice.
Thank you
Yes,
so
dear.
much.
Yes. And next question coming up, ma'am, for you. How many languages could you converse in? You understand how many languages?
I understand English, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam. Yeah. Hindi,
Great.
no. I mean, that's something which I'm still learning. Yeah.
And the same goes with me for Malayalam. I try to learn that language. I just can't get it.
Yeah. It takes time. Sometimes if you're in that particular situation, you automatically learn the language.
Oh, I know this, like, Endadi Molai. Is there something correct what I say?
Yes.
Daughter?
Yeah. Basically, daughters what they mean.
Yeah, I've been watching some of the movies. In that I've heard this. Endadi Molai, something they say like that. So, yes.
I don't know, somehow with movies, I'm not a person who gets involved in movies as such, but rather I would put myself into watching web series and other things.
Yes, dear ma'am, the next question coming up, ma'am. Are you a great listener, a great speaker, or both?
First, you need to be a good listener. Then only you can become a speaker. Because if you are not a good listener, you will not listen to what other person is telling you. So first, you need to be a good listener, an empathetic listener, plus you should be able to, then only you will be able to be a speaker.
Great. An empathetic listener. I like the word. I like the way you phrased it, empathetic listener. Beautiful. Just don't listen. You have to be an empathetic listener, and then only you can be a good speaker. Beautiful, man. And I guess that's what you are all about. An empathetic listener and a great speaker. Wonderful. Dear ma'am, the next question coming up is, if at all you were given a boon, or if at all you had that superpower in your hand, the Almighty would offer you a superpower, or maybe the universal energy would give you a superpower. What is that superpower would you want from the universe or the Almighty?
I'm going to answer this question in a different way. But I'm saying that we all do some form of prayer or something to the universe or universal energy as such. When we pray or when we ask for something, universal energy or the force will not give you that, but it will give you the opportunities to build that. If, say, for example, you ask for confidence, universal energy will give you situations where you can build your confidence. So that's again, I'm saying the same thing. Put yourself into situations, face it. That's when you'll be able to build up what you want. Superpowers just don't come just like that. Yeah, that's how I'll put it in.
Great. You're so multi-talented, and you know very well what you're sharing out, what's flowing from your mind. That's really nice. And you're not concentrating on yourself, you're concentrating on the universe and how people can get into the act of taking the universal energy, or absorbing the universal energy, how to use the different opportunities. Very nice, man. And really, it's a thrilling experience interviewing you. That's really nice. Beautiful.
Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity you've given me.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Same from here, ma'am. Thank you. Dear ma'am, the next question is like, how would you enlighten our audience, or alert our audience, our virtual audience, of course, and as well as the guests with us on this platform, about the red flags in life? How should we stay safe? Could you name any 2 red flags? Maybe one could be domestic violence, or it could be alcoholism. It could be just anything. from your perspective, which are those two red flags we have to stay safe from?
This question, see, one thing is, if you're mature enough, or say you are matured enough, you know what is right or what is wrong. If you are matured enough, whatever situation happens around you will not affect you. If you feel that you are getting into some wrong path with the wrong set of friends, I'll suggest you should not be hesitant, or you should not be scared to go talk to someone who's, elderly enough to guide you or help you. For anything and everything, this is one statement which I'll give to whoever is listening to this. Don't be hesitant to go ask for help. And if you know that's not right, speak up that it's not right, and I don't want to get myself involved into this. Because most of the times we see that individuals that do not have the courage to come and speak up. I am saying build that courage. Or if you don't know to do that, that's why coaches or trainers, who, including me, who's there here. So I'm saying speak up. That's the one thing which I would say to everyone here.
Speak up, open up, do not suffer in silence.
Yes.
It's really nice. Do not suffer in silence. Even suffering in silence is also a crime. You're encouraging the abuser, to continue with the abuse. Very nice. Very well said, ma'am. Very well said. Reach out to people, speak up, share your problems, and the world is large. You will get help. You could reach out to any number of people. Ma'am also specializes in mentoring people and guiding people on the right track. You could get connected with our guest, our celebrity, Miss Darshani Shivakumar, a trainer, a life coach, NLP practitioner, and etc., a motivational speaker, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on. Yes, dear. Very nice. Dear ma'am, the next question coming up here is, in the next 50 years, from this very second, as we both are sharing our time, from this very second and the next coming 50 years, what type of changes do you think would be, in this world, or what would they be experiencing? What type of changes would be there in the world?
See, in different fields, in different arenas, there will be changes which will happen. I'm saying don't wait for the change to happen. You start making that change from now on, because the action has to start right now, not after 1 month or not after 2 years. It has to start right now. And if you are clear with what you want to do, things will fall in place automatically. Basically, you should have that clear picture of what is that you want to do. But I'm saying create the future now and follow the path.
Brilliant. Very nice.
That's how I would say.
Yeah, create your future, build a path. Don't wait for, the next 50 years or maybe the next 5 days or next 5 seconds also. Start immediately.
Yes.
Be that go-getter. Do it.
Exactly.
Transform it into action. Beautiful, ma'am. The next question coming up is, we take you into the past. You have a beautiful time machine.
Yeah.
You have to hold the time machine in your hand and just click a button, and that will take you into the past. It's an imaginary question. And you have to go into the past and relive somebody's life. Whose life do you want to relive?
Whose life would I want to relive? Nothing as that sort of that, I want to relive something or anything. Now, asking this question, I would say, I wish I knew certain things little more earlier. That's one thing I would say here, rather than reliving the past.
Rather than reliving somebody else's life, you'd like to relive your own life and, be aware of most of the things that you weren't aware at that particular age. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, dear. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, ma'am. Dear ma'am, how do you look at this question? Constructive criticism. How should people take this? Or what impact it will have? Or, most of when anybody criticizes us, we feel very bad. And there are some people, on purpose criticizing because they have a hatred towards us or jealousy, you could say. But what about constructive criticism? How do you look at it?
I'm going to answer this in two parts. One is, there are always people to criticize you. There are always people to come and tell you that don't do this, you are incapable of. All of this, there are people to come and tell you, or take any Tom, Dick and Harry, or take any cartoon characters or Marvel superheroes. Anyone, whoever is being with you, then I'm saying they'll come and tell you. It's all about how you take it in. When people come and criticizes you internally, or you being that frame of mind where they are telling a feedback, if you're able to agree with it, take it. Otherwise, give that a deaf ear. Simple. Give it a deaf ear. And one phrase which I always tell, that people do not, or mostly people do not have, or not trained to see the ability in others. But moreover, it happens that they only see your inability of doing things. I'm saying, don't give people, the choice of putting you into that situation. For example, a child comes late to school. Before the child even starts coming on time, we've already put that child into boxes that he or she is a latecomer. If you're already giving that person that belief from childhood, that person or that individual grows up like that, believing that. Maybe he or she is reaching on time. We never know. So it's more of the other person does not have the ability to see the ability in us. It is more of how we take it in, or the meaning we give when that person talks. Why don't we change that meaning? This is something which my coach taught me, actually. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. Very nice. I like the way you said, when we put children in boxes, like, segregate them, that he is a latecomer, a duller maybe, or a stupid, dumb child, or maybe a child who doesn't study. We never know what the child is really going through. You just cannot judge somebody like that, without knowing the truth behind it. Very nice.
Exactly.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. Thought-provoking. It's like very thought-provoking. And we have no right to judge others without knowing the real truth and the facts, especially
Exactly.
children. Especially children. We'll just damage those innocent souls when we start judging them in the wrong way.
Exactly.
Yes, dear. Thank you very much, ma'am. Dear ma'am, we've come to the end of the first round of the interview with the main questions. Now we are going on to the second segment, that is the rapid fire round.
Sure.
Yes.
Interesting.
And here you just have to answer in one word or two words.
Okay, understood.
Choice, that's it. And it's just 10 minutes.
No problem.
Yeah, because I've taken a lot of your time. I know that.
No problem. Because, I never knew that I'll be able to spontaneously answer so much. It was just the flow of talking I did. Yeah.
That's really nice. You really impacted, mesmerized me. I'm really in awe. And I guess to the others who are watching us today on this platform, and as well as our virtual audience, and everybody, whoever gets in touch with this video, will be really impressed with the way you shared all the thoughts that you have within you to inspire us. Dear ma'am, now we go on to the rapid fire session now. This section has just around about 15 to 20 questions. Your favorite food, cake or ice cream? You could say your goodies. Cake or ice cream?
Cake.
Chocolate flavor, strawberry flavor, or butterscotch?
Chocolate.
Cool. Summer season, winter or rainy? Autumn?
Winter.
Okay, I'll add all of this because once one of my interviews said spring, and I didn't give that option, but automatically he sprung that answer out and said spring season.
I would say winter.
Winter. Me too. I love winter. Dear ma'am, you love to travel by land, water, or air?
Air, because you never get to see the sunsets or sunrises that time. Or even if you see, it's the most prettiest thing you can watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dear ma'am, you love to spend some time in the city, a town, or a village?
City?
When you help others, do you expect something in return?
No,
Yes.
I don't.
Your idea of a beautiful day in one sentence?
Bright sunny day, uplifting music, and a cup of tea with a book.
Oh, great. Beautiful. Are you a good cook?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, great. Because you said you're a baker. You bake lovely things. No, so I think this question, I couldn't have asked you this question.
It's okay. Baking and cooking is a difference. It's not the same.
Oh, great. Okay, okay. I get that now. I get that. So are you a good cook then?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. You made me understand this. Baking is something different and cooking, because I'm bad at baking. I cook okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Bad at
I'll
baking.
teach you baking now onwards.
Yes, dear. Whenever I try to, get my cake done well, it doesn't come out well. It just goes flat. Somehow something is wrong. So like I've tried it more than 10 to 15 times, I should say. Honestly, maybe 15 times. And at home they scold me. They say, please do not bake. You're not a good baker. Okay, dear. Now we come down to, I shared, like from my side, I shouldn't have, but
It's okay.
I just shared.
Sometimes spontaneous things works,
Yes.
literally well.
Yes, ma'am. Dear ma'am, the next question coming up is like, are you a morning person or an evening person, or afternoon, night? Where are you active during the day? These four different times of, the day: morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Where do you find yourself active?
Mornings.
Mhm.
It depends on situations, because certain times where my career demands me to be awake at night and get that commitment done, I would stay then also. It depends on the situation, but moreover I'm active on mornings.
Great. Ma'am, do you remember any song or poem?
Somehow I'm very fascinated by poems, especially poems from Robert Burns, various poets for that matter. I like reading them rather than me creating one, because it has lots to say. So I like admiring it moreover.
Oh, great. That's beautiful. Ma'am, would you mind singing for us a line or two? Could
Not really,
oblige.
I'm not a good singer.
Just oblige, just 2 lines if you could. Any song,
Not
maybe in
really.
Malayalam or in English, anything.
Not really. Very bad in singing.
Give it a try, ma'am.
Okay. Why don't we sing together then? I don't know. Somehow singing and me, I don't know. We don't suit. What song? I don't know.
Am I
Yeah.
pressurizing you?
I know. Sometimes people come and ask me all this, but somehow singing is not singing, dancing. No, I don't think so. It's not my thing.
Any patriotic song, maybe?
Even if you had asked me to paint a picture, I should have done that. Yeah. Right now, I don't have anything with me hand painted. So yeah.
Oh, maybe in the next session when we meet you, maybe the next interview, you could just paint up something for us and show, and as well as sing
Definitely.
too. And as well as
Definitely.
sing and paint. That would be nice.
Done. Next meeting, yes.
Yes, dear. In the next interview session, you could show us all your paintings, and like that would really be nice. And
Yeah, sure.
yeah, you would even explain
Sure.
your recipe too. 1 or 2 you could share with our audience and guests.
Definitely.
Yes.
I would
dear.
love to come take sessions on various topics.
Yeah, you're most welcome, ma'am. Most welcome. Dear ma'am, now if you're given a chance to taste salty food, sweet food, and spicy food, which stuff would you like to have?
Spicy food.
Kerala.
Not like that. I'm not a sweet tooth person either, so I like spicy food.
Okay, that's nice, dear. Ma'am, how do you look at yourself as an introvert, extrovert, or a blend of both?
Right now, if you ask me, I'm a blend of both.
Great. At this point of time in your career, in your life, how do you look at money? Do you look at money or happiness or both? How the youth should prioritize all of these, what I've shared just now? I mean, money, happiness, or both?
I would say happiness, because money is one thing which will come and go. But being happy or choosing happiness is your choice. So given the choice between money and happiness, I would choose happiness.
Very true. Even people with lots of money and riches aren't happy still.
Exactly.
It's not that if you have money, you're going to be happy. That's really nice. I get that point very clear. Very nice. Dear ma'am, the next question is, most of the time we are in our thoughts when we are alone, when we are spending some me time, or when we find ourselves all alone to ourselves, we are here in our thoughts. So where do you find yourself in your thoughts? In the past, or you're busy in the present doing something or thinking something just now at the moment, or you're focusing on the future?
I would say there are times where my thoughts are, I'm entangled with my thoughts in the past. If my thoughts are related to the future, I'll be imagining myself doing various things, dreaming of the future basically. So that's what I do on both the extremes.
Great, great, very nice. Dear ma'am, the next question is like, you love socializing or me time, or both?
Me time.
Beautiful. You're more of a thinker, doer, or both?
Both. Because yes, to an extent you need thinking, but when it comes to action is there, many of them find it difficult. Because unless and until we don't take the action, things is not going to change.
Very true, very true. You're street smart, book smart? Both?
It's a mixture of two. It depends on situations. Yeah.
Fresh food, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, maybe fresh salads, I could say. Instead of vegetables, I could use the word salads, or fried food?
Fresh fruits or vegetables.
Oh, great. Early bird or a night owl?
Early bird.
Love
because
home? Yes, yes.
Because see, that is what when you say morning or night, it depends on situations.
Yes.
If situation demands me to stay up late, I do that.
Oh.
It's more of being flexible in situations. That's where the key is.
Great, great. I love that word, flexible. And that's where the key is. Yes, the situation demands you have to be very flexible. Only then you can succeed. No, that's really nice.
Exactly.
Very nice. That's a transformational mindset, ready to go with the flow, ready to be flexible. You're ready to transform. Beautiful. I look at you as a transformational coach as well. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, the next question here coming up is, you love to have home cooked food, or you love to order food from outside, or both?
Home cooked, because nothing beats that. No matter you go out and eat, nothing beats home cooked food. Even today I say that.
Yes, nothing can beat home cooked preparation. Very good. Very nice. Dear ma'am, if you were given a chance to spend some time on a beach or in a deep forest, which one would you choose?
Deep forest.
With all beautiful flowers and lovely animals.
And again, both has its own effects. Okay. Because if you want to cleanse your energies, first I would say beach and then come back to the forest. Because take it as a tip or take it in whatever way you want. This is something which I even still do. Walking barefoot on the ground or on a muddy ground or a grassy ground, whatever it is, you need to walk barefoot at least for 10 to 15 minutes, because it re-energizes your energy completely. Why have they put rock floors in the temples or in the religious places? Why? Because every touch of that stone in every part of your feet, it is like regaining that energy in you, basically. It has its own effects also there.
Yes, dear. Ma'am, is it recommended every day, like 10 minutes, like walking barefoot? Is it recommended every day?
Yes. Because your feet, your under the feet, every pressure point is associated with each organs. So if you want to get that thing activated, your pressure points or anything that sort of, you need to.
Great.
Why do therapists, or why do people or individuals in this industry say go out in the fresh air, walk barefoot? Why do people say that? Because it is like rewiring your thing every time. As trainers, being in this industry, I personally, every day I reprogram my subconscious mind. It needs to happen on a daily basis.
Great. Very nice. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Dear ma'am, you would love to walk, or you'd like to ride a two-wheeler or drive a four-wheeler? What would be your choice?
Walk, definitely.
Yes, dear. The next question coming up here, and these are the last two questions. There's a beautiful table, a nice decorative one, good-looking table, but it has a lovely book on top of it, placed on it, and music system. Which one would you choose?
Books, definitely, because it gives you that chance of imagining the things. Yeah, I love it. Takes to places which you have never been into.
Great. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, we've come to an end to this interview session, ma'am. But before we end, one last question. We still have just a second. Dear friends, we've been really interacting with one of the most beautiful and intelligent youngsters of India from Kerala, Cochin, Kerala, India. Right? That's beautiful. So that's how she's been, sharing her life journey and inspiring the youth, especially. Not only the youth, my dear friends, she's inspiring even senior citizens and especially housewives as well, and the middle-aged. All of them are impressed with the way she shares her knowledge and wants to create an impact in their lives. She loves to transform people, and she says, better than a paycheck, fat paycheck, seeing somebody transform just because she's being the main reason behind it would give her more joy. And of course, she says money has value in one's life, but still she would prefer to go on that zone, on that space, creating a wonderful transformational journey for you when you get connected with her. So dear friends, do be connected with our special guest, Miss Darshini Shivakumar from Cochin, Kerala, India, a great trainer, a great human being. Dear ma'am, before we let you go off, dear friends, as you all know, it's like, please, sorry, and thank you are the three magical words. Have you heard of them, ma'am?
Yes, I have.
Yes. So please, sorry, and thank you are already the known words. These are the three magical words being asked, or used or shared or taught. You should please use these and live your life. Your life will become a little more easier when you use these three magical words. But I would like to request you from the International Fab Talk team, you give us three additional magical words, or you could say positive words.
I would say explore, inspire, transform.
Great.
Your journey of transformation begins by giving you the choices which will allow you to explore. After that exploration happens, you begin to inspire people through your behavior or your actions which leads to transformation. And this is one last line which I would say, it is always you versus you, nobody else. It's always you versus you. Because if you want to work on something, if you want to invest in something, invest in yourself. That will always pay you back. And that is one thing which I want to, end the interview or the session with. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You versus you. Invest in you. Now, it has great rewarding aspects that you'll get. You find yourself in a very rewarding space if you invest in yourself. Am I right, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Yes, dear. Dear friends, we'd like to sign off today from the International Fab Talks session interview. We have trainings, interviews, and of course, beautiful sharing, and as well as lots of love over here from our space and to all of you out there. Thank you so much. Stay tuned and we'll meet you again with yet another new guest. Till then, bye-bye and God bless.
Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, ma'am, for the opportunity.
Thank you, dear. God bless you.